I went to go buy some rouge the other day, and can you believe how much we women spend on cosmetics? Every year, $15 billion. That's even before we've gotten dressed, fed the kids, or even decorated the house. I think it's high time we start saving on all of those things. Living large on a small budget, and that's something worth talking about today on Rolonda. Yes, folks, you too can save hundreds of dollars and still look like $1 million bucks, and you can feed your family and you can save money, and you don't have to compromise on quality. That's what we're going to talk about today, and for those of you afraid that somebody in your family is going to call you cheap, well, we've got something for them too. So, how do you save those dollars? Well, this woman says she feeds a family of 8 on fewer than $200 a month. And then there's another woman. This woman decorated her 4,000 square foot home for practically nothing. We're going to tell you about that clock in just a minute. But first, I want you to meet Frank and his wife, Donna. Now, Donna admits she'll do just about anything to save a buck. Frank says she's going to an extreme. In fact, he calls her stingy and says she's making him nuts over this thing about saving money. How can somebody drive you nuts over saving money, Frank?
Just the other day, we went out to a swap meet out in California, and she was set on buying a maternity outfit for herself. She's pregnant now.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, well, you're going to spend some money coming up.
Yeah. So we're shopping around, and there's over 600 stores to go through, and we went there for about 5-6 hours, and we wound up with this. This is her maternity outfit. A bag of oranges. So, you know, I don't...
Well, wait a second.
It'll look pretty good, I guess.
I will not spend $50 on an outfit I am going to wear for 4 months tops.
Yeah?
I will not do it. And everybody says, oh, well, then wear clothes you're going to wear afterwards. All the big blouses are in style. I'm not spending $25 on a blouse either. I will spend $10 tops. Mm-hmm. And if I can't find it, then we're just going to keep looking, because I will find it. It's just a matter of looking for it.
Slipping around 6-7 hours, looking around.
See, and he hates it. If it's not in the front of the store, as soon as he walks in, that's it. He wants to walk out the door. He doesn't care. They put the most expensive things right in the front of the store for people like him who walk in, grab it off the rack, say, okay, this looks good, and walk out. Mm-hmm. We can't afford to live like that. I want to be able to look good for less money than other people do, so I can have other things.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is the reason that you spent so much time and came back with nothing but oranges is because you didn't find anything that was worth your money.
That's it. It wasn't worth my money.
But yet you'll go into every store, though. And here's Frank, tagging along with Junior, you know, watching him run all over the place. Oh, I gotta look at this, I gotta look at this. But she don't buy anything.
Now, he could have stayed at home, but he chose not to, because he thinks if he comes with me, he will pressure me into buying something that's too expensive for me to purchase.
Now, Frank, what I hear your wife saying is she's trying to save you some money. I mean, you do have a baby on the way. You better start thinking about saving some money.
That's true. She is. She's trying to save me money, but, you know, I get tired of it. Every day. Oh, honey, I saved you this much money. There was 50% off this, and I saved you this much. But where? Where is this money coming from that you're saving me?
But see,
I don't see it.
But yeah,
you know, I want it in my pocket so I can go out and spend it. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Don't tell me you're saving me money and you got nothing to show for it.
If he wants to go to the movies and I say, oh, we can't afford it this week, where did all the money go? But yet, he doesn't say, oh, that's great, we have money left over, let's go to the movies. Good job saving money this week, hon.
Now, what about coupons? I hear you like coupons, too. Tell me about how you use coupons.
Well, first of all, this is another bone of contention we have. Every week, I spend 6 hours doing the grocery shopping on Saturday. And it's not just leaving, it's from the minute I start to the minute I leave. First thing I do is open the paper, start clipping that week's coupons, going through the coupons that I already have saved, picking out the ones. I go to 3 different supermarkets. One, I get all my dry goods in, and that store always has double coupons, and they also have a club membership. So I wind up spending almost nothing.
Is that one of those big bulk stores?
Yeah. I go to one of those as well. That's
we have 2 freezers in our garage. We have 2 freezers full of stuff.
Bought on coupons.
If another earthquake comes, we're ready. Oh, we're ready to go.
But see, then I go to a butcher, because that's where you get the best meats for less expensive. And then I go to up to the farm, to the produce market. And Okay, in coupons alone, I save between $15 to $20 a week, just in coupons.
Now, what's wrong with the coupons, Frank?
They're all over
And
the house.
these are not things
They're all
that I
over the
would
house.
normally
20 cents
purchase.
here, 10 cents here, double coupon this, triple coupon that. Hey,
Good
break.
question from the audience here.
I wanted to know how much you pay for the oranges.
$2. $2.
$2
hard
for
to
the
get it out.
oranges. Well, that's a loss, so she saved you $48, right? Okay. Yes, sir.
But on all the money that you're saving on the coupons, aren't you spending more money on gas and going from one store to another?
That's what he's saying, but it actually, my car does not take $15 worth of gas to go a matter of maybe 15 miles, 20 miles round trip.
What was this about the coupons you found in his pocket? You gave Frank some coupons to actually take to the store one time.
He won't use a coupon. He will not use
She'll give them to me. I
coupon.
refuse to use them.
I will send him, wait a second, I'll send him to the store and I'll say, we need this or whatever. Oh, wait a second, let me give you a coupon for it. He'll come back, not say a word to me. I'll go to do the laundry, and there's that dang coupon in his pocket.
You know why I don't use them? The number one reason is because when you're up at the checkout counter and you're done purchasing, and then you give the girl the
He thinks
the
it's like
coupons.
food stamps or something.
It's like a bother for them to ring it up. I don't want to be bothered. Here's my money. Take it. I'm giving all my money
He's
to you. I don't
throwing
care.
it away.
I don't want
That's
any
money.
10
It's
cents off.
cash.
I can't figure that stuff
But you know
out.
something, Frank, sometimes, since I know like in my grocery store, you get a little coupon with your number on it, and when you come up to the check cashing stand, they run it through the computer, and everything that's already...
It takes a half a second.
That's
His
right. It's
whole
already
problem
computerized
is
what's discount.
He thinks
So it
it's
doesn't-
like unmasculine to use coupons. Either that, I don't understand, but I'm trying to explain to him. If it says 20 cents on there, especially if it's double, that's 40 cents in your pocket. That's cash. You wouldn't walk away from 40 cents if it was sitting on the floor. Why are you walking away from this?
That's true. So, Frank, what would it take to convince you that this whole show today is going to be worth something to your family, that you're going to save money, and that you might have to be a little patient, you might have to work a little harder, but it's going to work for you in the long run?
Well, I just don't agree with the whole situation because, you know, it's people like her who don't spend money who made the economy the way it is. They don't want to take the money out of their pocket and
I'm personally
spend.
responsible
For the whole economy.
It's people like her.
Well, I tell you what, Frank, will you just do one favor for us, for everybody else in the household out there like you? Will you just spend this hour just listening? And maybe there's one thing you might agree to, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. And when we come back, we're going to meet a woman who calls herself the Thrift Shop Queen. That's coming up next. Stay with us, Frank. All right. On a small budget. We were just talking with Frank and Donna up there, and Frank just can't stand the fact that his wife uses coupons all the time. But hey, that's what we're here to talk about today, saving money. Well, when I was in the audience, I found two more folks who give me your name.
Manny.
And
Nancy.
And you're a couple, and what's the deal with coupons with you guys?
Well, if we order pizza and I have a coupon for the pizza, he won't even go to the door to pay for the pizza. He'll let me go to the door to pay for the pizza to give the coupon because he doesn't want to give the coupon. He's too embarrassed to save money.
You won't save $1 on a pizza?
I don't want to look too cheap. Just going out there and just getting pizza. I just rather pay for it and that's it. And eat it. Just have fun with it.
Well, listen, that dollar could come back in handy. Thanks so much for joining us. But we want to make a point here that we're not calling this cheap. We're calling it cost conscious today. Okay, thanks so much for joining us, you guys. I mean, hey, y'all, it's 1994, and many of us are concerned about saving a little bit here, saving a little bit there. Those dollars add up. Joining us now is a woman who calls herself an upscale tightwad, but she says she's not going to let her tight budget get in the way of looking good. Please welcome Shelley Hussey. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Shelley, you look great. Is this part of your cost-saving attire?
Yes, I have brought several outfits, jackets, shoes, everything I have on me, and I have a lot of clothes on me. It cost $25. I'm wearing several layers.
Wait a minute. You're wearing
Looks like it,
$25 worth of
Thank you.
clothes?
No, it does not.
25.
I'm wearing 25, yes, 20, no, this is about 10 or 15 what I've got on. This is about 10.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. The audience is going, wait a minute. Start right now. Come out here in the middle here so
Okay.
we can all get a good look at your outfit.
Okay.
A lovely floral jacket
Thank you,
there.
thank you.
Yeah, you like that? Isn't that a nice jacket?
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, now tell us the magic of your outfit. Give us the whole rundown, how much things cost and where you found them.
Okay. Am I going to get some music here, or should I just start talking? I
A little music? Music, please. Maestro.
I do this very fast. What I do is a one-woman fashion show of all my thrifty fashions, because, you know, when you're cheap, you can't hire fashion models because they're too expensive. You do it all yourself and you wear all the outfits at one time. So anyway, that was a $2.69 jacket. This comes off. And then what you do is you put this on, and this goes with it. And between this and this was $4.69. Thank you. And then this comes off. You take this. Here, Frank, hold this. Okay. And you take this off. Okay. And you pull this down. And these were free pants. I did not pay anything for these pants. I found them in my neighbor's front yard. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You got to have rich neighbors that wear nice clothes. Okay, then this can go on. This was 99 cents. Like I said, the pants were free. The shoes were $1.50.
99 cents.
Okay, now this was the most expensive piece in the wardrobe, believe it or not. This was a $6 tie from Walmart. And see, this goes with this. Something like that. Like I hide the turtleneck. Yeah. But anyway, there's that. Okay, then this comes off. All right. Okay, I'm doing this as fast as I can.
Where are you doing this? At thrift shops or garage sales or what?
No, I've only been asked to do this on this show.
Oh. But wait a minute, let me get your microphone fixed
Oh, the
here.
blouse was $4.
The blouse is $4. But see, what I want to know, are you buying these things at thrift shops or garage sales or yard sales
yes,
or what?
like I say, my neighbor's front yard, you know, relatives. Usually, though, thrift stores, consignment shops, Salvation Army, Goodwill. There's a great Goodwill
So these
by
are
us.
not even your clothes.
Actually, these are my clothes, yes.
She bought them.
These are my clothes, yes.
But not originally. They were somebody else's.
These were somebody, but I've washed them. They're clean. And I do never buy underwear.
Frank is like, no. Oh, Frank. Listen, let me ask the
Somebody
audience.
else's clothes.
How many people in here like thrift shops and those I love them. I love them. I think they're
Should
great.
I keep on going?
Oh, please,
Okay.
go on.
All right. All right. Okay, these are Stuart pants. These were $2 at Reruns Consignment Shop in Marietta, Georgia. I'm from Atlanta. Anybody from Atlanta?
Woo, in Atlanta.
Okay.
An Atlantite.
Right. This, the Stuart pants were $2. This blazer was $2. And then the shoes were $1. And then let's see, I've got my son's.
Somebody else's shoes.
My son made me. My son made me the necklace. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, that's it.
And they're Shelley.
$5.
Well, I tell you, Shelley. So what do you think about that? Hey, Bo, give me a question.
I just wanted to know how long was you a thrift shop shopper?
How long have you been a thrift shop shopper?
Oh, years and years and years and years and years.
Tell me how much, I mean, $1 for this, $1 for that. I mean,
Yeah.
tell us how you find the best thrift shops or garage sales, lawn sales, church sales, Goodwill. Where are the best places to go?
Well, they're advertised. They're all over Atlanta. If you live in a major city like New York, you've got a thrift store everywhere. And I've just found Salvation Army to be one of the best places to go in Goodwill because they've got more of a selection. They've got the Goodwill store organized like it's a Kmart or a Walmart now.
That's right.
It really is
They
amazing.
do, and they have it broken up. And what I like is the blazers, the men's blazers, because I can go in and get men's blazers, and I can get 4 or 5 different outfits out of one blazer,
That's right.
matching, mix and matching skirts and blouses.
You can
and
belt
stuff.
them with some leggings
Exactly.
and a little
and they
shirt
look
under.
really cute, and you're spending $3, $4 for a blazer.
That's right. Question.
Hi, Rolonda.
Hi, darling.
I like to shop at thrift shops as well, but I do other shopping at department stores and specialty shops. I'm not as fanatic as she is. Obviously, there are certain things that I wouldn't buy, perhaps shoes, but I do have my best friend who is in the audience, and he is really grossed out by thrift shops. I mean, the idea just to go and buy them grosses him out.
And I guess who's that friend? Come on. What's wrong with a thrift shop?
I went with him once, and the moment I walked in, I was itching. And I was looking at the clothes. And he says, you know, they have good clothes. It's true, but you don't know. I think clothing is something very personal.
But you know something, you take them to the cleaners. Tell us, how do you clean clothes? Once you find them from the thrift shop, I mean, should be people get the heebie-jeebies. How can you clean them?
You don't take them to dry cleaner because you don't buy anything that needs dry cleaning because it costs too much.
Or if it does need dry cleaning, You can get just the hand cleaner. You can get the
or
dry
like
hand
some
cleaner, and you
soap and
do it in
water.
your
But what's
bathtub
stupid
and
is
hang it up.
I buy an outfit for $4 and it costs $6 to dry clean it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I've done that.
Okay, question.
Oh, well, I'm a believer of thrift shops. I'm not prudish one bit about that. I have some items on. But what I wanted to know from you was, it's Shirley?
Shelley.
Shelley.
And what's your name?
It's Arnold.
Arnold.
Right. Were the shops that you went to irregular clothing? Was there blemishes in the clothing?
No, you have to be careful. You have to really look and be careful. But usually if there's a stain, I can get it out.
Yeah.
Well,
Now there's a lot of wrinkles in my clothing.
quickly, I want to say that I got on some $3 pants, and they're pleated, and they're,
And those are nice pants.
Very nice.
$3? All right. I tell you what, why don't we do this? Why don't we have a nice thrift shop fashion show? Can I get 2 size 7s in here any place? Okay, you and you. Come on down here. And when we get back, Shelley's not only going to show us how to decorate our bodies, because come on, ladies, what we're going to do is have you all dressed up in some thrift shop things, and you're going to help sell the thrift shop idea. We're also going to learn how to decorate our homes, too. And after you dress up your home, let's say you want to celebrate. We're going to show you how to throw a big bash for 20 people for only $40. Hey, let's plan a party. We'll see you in a minute.
Piano, which was a family heirloom passed down, you could buy this whole room for me for $700 and I'd still make a profit. Any takers?
Hey, are you enjoying this episode of Rolonda? If so, please hit the subscribe button and let me know. Leave your comments and also follow me in other forms of social media at Rolonda Watts. Remember, that's ROLONDA, Rolonda Watts on all forms of social media. And if you're interested in voice acting, my goodness, let me help you. This is a new year coming. It could be a new you, a new career. Check out my voice acting masterclass at Rolonda.com, ROLONDA.com, and I'll tell you all about it. Let's get back to the show.
There is something worth talking about on Rolonda. Does racism still exist even in our schools? An Alabama principal says no interracial couples at the school prom, and the issue has made its way to the White House.
You know, I'm biracial and everything, so who do you want me to take? He said, that's a problem. Your mom and dad shouldn't have had you.
Are we teaching our children to hate? Taking a hard look at racism. Now that's something worth talking about on the next Rolonda. Shoppers, we're talking today about living large on a small budget. Before we left, Shelley changed clothes, actually, during our break, actually. She changed into that beautiful designer dress that she's wearing. It is absolutely beautiful. Please stand up, but don't tell us how much it cost yet. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't that lovely? That would look great in any celebration. Before we tell you how little she paid for that, just stick around. Shelley has even taken her cost-cutting measures into her home. We're going to talk about that also. But first, we sent off 2 ladies in our audience to go and try on some thrift shop wear. And we're going to have our models come out, Cynthia and Leslie. Ladies, come on and let's see what you have on. This is Leslie, wearing a little silk outfit, a little top, little belt, little Bermuda shorts there. Now, Shelley, tell us about this. How much was that?
Well, the top was everything you could stuff in a bag for $1, so I guess it was about a nickel. The shorts were $2.69 at Salvation Army, so it's a $2.79 outfit. I think the belt was free. It was in my neighbor's front yard again.
Thank you, Leslie. Cynthia, come on out. Let's see what you have on. Woo! Now, this is a great little outfit. What do you think about this one? Really sharp. Yeah, sharp little outfit. Cynthia's wearing this outfit. Tell us about this one, Shelley. This is great to wear to work in the summertime.
Oh, isn't this gorgeous? Yeah, this was, I overspent on this. It was 99 cents.
99 cents?
Yeah, it was on a rack at the Second Debut Consignment Store in Marietta, 99 cents.
And
believe it or not. No, I don't think the shoes were 99 cents. No. I will not take credit for the shoes.
No, so anyway, so 99 cents. And where did you pay for this again?
At a consignment shop called Second Debut in Marietta, Georgia.
Wow, there are lots of secondhand stores around.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cynthia. Thank you, ladies. before we go any further, you've got to tell us how much you paid for this
I think
dress.
you should guess. Let's
All right,
make
let's do a guess. How many people want to guess about how much you paid for this dress? How much would you?
$40.
$40. Okay, how much?
I'll say 75.
$75.
I'll say 30.
$30. So, Shelley, how much did you pay for it?
$20.
$20? Wow. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. And the price, yes, folks, $20.
It was reduced from $40, though. It's a Jessica McClintock, and I think it was about $200 brand new.
Yeah, but Rolonda, can I say something?
Absolutely, Frank.
You don't like my dress?
When is the next time you're going to go to a prom?
Okay, listen. We put him on the spot here.
Wait a minute, let Shelley answer when she's going to go to the prom.
I am one up on him because I did not buy this dress. I am modeling it for the store, and I'm taking it back. Thank you.
So somebody could have, but you know something, laugh if you will, that would look lovely at a New Year's Eve party. That would look great at a birthday party. One of those parties we're going to talk about you can throw for 40 people for cheap money. Shelley has also taken not only the cost-cutting measures, like I said, they just in clothes, but also right into her home by using a little money, a little imagination, and lots of bargain shopping.
And a lot of elbow grease. This is my kitchen, and we basically bought the furniture, did the curtains, the seat cushions I made the valances, the window treatments, hung the wallpaper. I think the whole room cost, with the furniture, $500.
Wow.
And there's a buffet and a maple drop leaf table set with 4 chairs from 1945, so it's kind of antique.
Now, where are you finding these kind of bargains?
Well, these are through classified ads. You find your best deals on furniture through the newspaper. You don't really find good deals on furniture at garage sales unless you're lucky. You've really got to look in classified ads in the newspaper, in the little circulars that come out every week. That's how I've got most of my furniture. Everything in my house has been refinished, resurfaced, or it's re-something. There's hardly anything brand new. But
So
you
when
wouldn't
you
know
buy these bargains, you do have to put, like you said, a little elbow grease into it. It means a little work too, but
yes, there have been some things I've had to just refinish the top surface of a desk, for instance, which is not that big a deal to just do the top surface. But yeah, I do have to refinish some of the things, and it's taken. I've collected these things over the years. It doesn't just happen overnight that you have a whole house full of furniture.
Okay. You also did your bedroom. You redid your bedroom as well.
Yeah, I just did that.
Okay, let's take a look at Shelley's bedroom and see what she did there. Lovely bedroom.
Thank
Shelley.
you, thank you. I painted the walls. I've wallpapered a lot in the house, and you get your biggest bang out of your buck when you wallpaper, when you can put that on your walls. But I decided just to paint the walls, and instead of getting a wallpaper border, I bought a whole double roll of wallpaper, and it was striped, and I just cut out the 2 inches of stripe that I needed and put it around the ceiling. And so it cost me $20 to do a border.
Wow, so that's a lot more than buying a molding or something. But
Well, actually, it was underneath the molding, so it really had a nice effect because it was up against the white molding.
Something else you've done is I wanted to tell the folks about that grandfather clock in your house.
Listen.
Now, wait a minute, just show the picture first. Show the grandfather clock in Shelley's house. Remember that clock?
Now, does that
Is
look
that
real?
gorgeous?
I want to tell you something, folks. That's called trompe l'oeil. That is painted right on the wall. That's one way to be an upscale tightwad.
Isn't that the best? Isn't that the best? How did you come up with that idea?
Well, it was the perfect size wall for a clock, and with the plumbing bill, the clock only cost me like $350.
That's amazing. So there was a real face of a clock,
the real face
and you
of a
painted
clock.
around it.
And I had it
There
painted
it
on
is.
the wall.
Always wanted that grandfather clock and couldn't afford it. Well,
Just
there
paint it
you
on the
go.
wall.
Paint it on the wall.
Yeah, but it leaked, and we had to call plumbers, but it was still a good deal.
The clock leaked.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. There's probably somebody out there saying, yeah, all this stuff is nice, the pretty dresses, the nice clock, but what if I have a house full of kids here? Well, later in the show, we're going to show you a woman, we're going to let you meet this woman who fed her husband and her 6 kids on fewer than $200 a month. More cost-saving tips when we come back.
There's something worth talking about on Rolonda. When her sons accused their father of abuse, she hid them away and was thrown in jail.
I would go to the electric chair rather than give my boys up to that abuser.
A judge wouldn't listen to the boy's story, but you can.
Most animals have more rights than children do today.
Families in a custody crisis. It's something worth talking about on Rolonda. something sexy worth talking about on Rolonda. She was married to a minister, and now she's posing in Playboy.
It was just more or less a fun thing for me.
She's the Price is Right beauty, and the price was right to pose nude.
It was just such an incredible, freeing experience.
This guy helped develop the Patriot missile. Now he shows off his developed muscles, making sexy career moves. Now that's something revealing to talk about on the next Rolonda.
Today, folks, how many of you have ever started to plan a party and then you had to cancel it because it was just getting too expensive? Anybody been in that situation before? Yeah, yeah, believe me. Well, start planning that party again, because my next guest says that you can have your cake and pay for it too. Say hello, everybody, to Melanie Bernard. She's a co-author. Melanie is a co-author of a book called Cheap Eats and Parties, and we're going to get to you in just a second. But before we left, we were talking about those party clothes you can wear and save money, and how to save money. And some folks had some questions for some of our other guests there.
You have a question for Cheryl. Do you have kids, and how do they feel about wearing hand-me-downs or...
That's Shelley.
Shelley.
Yeah, I do have kids. My kids are 12 and 14, so you know that is real critical. I mean, I'm facing a real big challenge. They do wear some hand-me-downs, but they also request money for Christmas and for their birthdays, and they can buy a lot of their own clothes. They also babysit, so they earn money.
Yeah, tell them it's the grunge look, right? That's what the kids like. Okay.
Yes, I just wanted to make a point that you can also buy clothes on discount by going to the dry cleaners. Once a year, most dry cleaners sell anything that hasn't been picked up by the clients, and they sell at the price that it took to clean the clothes.
That's true. That's right. So $4 to clean a jacket maybe, and that could be yours for $4. I know this lady, you were showing me something. Come here, show up your, this lady just went to the fabric store. And tell me what you got here. Now here's another way for those of you who sew. This is great.
Actually, I was late because I couldn't pass up this bargain. This is $1 a yard fabric, and I had to buy it because these pants I have on only cost $2.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make a whole outfit with this.
And that'll cost you about how much?
$3.
$3 for a pair of pants. So see, there you go. There you go. All right.
Yeah, I have a question for Frank. Do you have the same problem when it comes to buying furniture? Do you like to buy used furniture, or you dislike
Furniture,
it as
I like
well?
to buy antiques because there's some value there.
Not old stuff,
know?
antique.
These are things that you can pass down
I
and
buy
it'll be
it
worth
in the
money
thrift store,
in the future,
it's
you know what I mean?
old. If he buys it in an antique shop and spends 4 times the money, it's an antique.
Now, I'm sitting up here looking at this party table, and I tell you, I can't believe, how much did this whole affair cost here?
This will cost you $40 for 20 of your friends.
Can you imagine? Please go through and explain this to me.
Okay. First of all, the important thing is that presentation is everything.
That's right.
You have to set the right table. Now, I tell you, everything on here has a reason for being. This is china that I bought part of a set at a tag sale. This is not even valuable china, but it's got wonderful colors in it that goes with all sorts of things.
Yeah, look at that.
Because you don't need to have your china match. You see there?
Oh,
Next
look.
one does- right?
It doesn't even, well, china
But it's
doesn't.
the same color family.
Right.
And so that's great. And the dessert plates are entirely different too. You can buy at tag sales little odd lots of china. You can go to jewelry stores, places where you register for bridal registry, and at the end of the season they'll sell the 1 or 2 place settings they have for show, and then just go around and buy 8 of those for 75 or 80% off. You can get terrific china.
And so what
These
you're saying is you can
glasses,
mismatch china just by
you
mixing
should. In fact, you
matching
should.
the colors.
It makes for a much more interesting table.
Okay.
If your silverware doesn't match, don't line it all up so everybody notices. Wrap it up in individual napkins and put
There
a
you
little
go.
bow on it.
Smart
and
idea.
Isn't that adorable? Isn't that nice? Yeah. And it's instant decorating too. Save the ribbons from all those presents you get. I just put them all in a drawer. They're great. They're wonderful.
great.
So, and they come. Flowers come with ribbons. Okay. Now, baskets. When you get a basket of flowers from the florist, save the basket. The flowers may not. All of these flowers and all the flowers in the front came from the supermarket. Better place to shop for flowers than a florist, about half the price or less. This is parsley. You can plant this in the garden. In fact, all of these flowers you can also plant in the garden.
And you can use the flowers you plant.
You can use them and you can plant them and they'll last a long time. This parsley reflects some of what we've used here in our food, so that it's part of the decoration too. Candlesticks don't need to match either. In fact, different levels are great. This is your basic custard cup. sitting in your basic ashtray that doesn't have any use anymore.
Did that come from a tag sale too?
They did.
Explain what a tag sale is to people.
A tag sale is better known in other parts of the country. It could be a garage sale, a rummage sale, a church sale, it's all the same thing. Just go and explore, but be the first person at the door.
That's right.
Find out when it opens and be the now the food.
Yeah.
Okay, here we have.
Chicken is always inexpensive.
Chicken is always inexpensive as long as you buy the whole chicken cut up. Or cut it up yourself, even better, but that's really difficult to do these days. Instead of just buying chicken breasts, makes a much prettier presentation too. These are new potatoes, little red potatoes. They're particularly nice in season now. And asparagus, which somebody said, oh, asparagus, that's really expensive.
Yeah.
Not now. It's the height of the season, 99 cents a pound now. You buy it in 6 months and it's going to be $5.99 a pound.
And what's in that big bowl?
This is lemon mousse.
Lemon mousse.
Lemons are one of the best buys in the market. Here, I'll tell you what, you want to garnish that up for me? With the strawberries, you can make a very simple lemon mousse.
Yeah.
Look absolutely beautiful by just putting seasonal strawberries on it as well.
Now listen, but before your mouth starts watering and you start watering, lady says, give me some of that lemon mousse. In just a few minutes, we're going to show you an address where you can send off for those cheap recipes. So grab that pen and paper before we get there. But first, how does a couple who lives on $30,000 a year live in a mansion, not to mention have a nice party in that mansion that's on 45 sprawling acres, and how do you decorate it? I mean, one incredible example of penny pinching when we come back. Now, finish telling us about this. I'm going to serve some chicken now.
Anybody got a toothpick?
In 3.
Now, we're going to give you the menu here, and in just a few minutes, we're going to show you an address where you can send off for those cheap recipes. Also, we'd like to tell you how another couple is saving an awful lot of money, a couple who lives in a $30,000, or lives on $30,000 a year, but they live in a mansion on 45 sprawling acres, and they actually decorate it. How do they do that? That's one incredible example of penny pinching, if you ask me. We'll talk about that when we come back. That we can find in our own homes to save money. You're not going to believe the story of my next guest. She and her husband live on a combined income of $30,000 a year, and yet they live in a huge house on 45 acres, complete with a pond and horses. Now, how do you do that? Please welcome Susan Smiley and her 10-month-old son, Galen. Susan, when your story came to us, I couldn't believe it, and we said, wait a minute, we got to see this. So we want to take the audience there. You shot some videotape of your home, and we want to take a look at that videotape. If you would explain to us, let's just roll that. This is the house you live on?
Yes, it belongs to the grandmother of a friend of mine. She's owned it for about 50 years, and it had been empty for a while. She can't live there anymore. She's in her 90s. It came to us furnished. There I am with Galen going out to feed the horses. I've had horses for a long time. We couldn't live without them.
45 acres.
They're cheap to keep at home. This is 45 minutes from downtown Washington, D.C. It takes 45 minutes to drive to the Capitol from our house.
So what are you doing? Are you just borrowing that?
We get the house for a reduced rent in exchange for fixing it up for her. It had gotten a little bit run down, been empty for a while, and so we do some work around the place, and we get it for a very reduced rent.
Wow. So just in exchange for taking care of the house, doing some handiwork around the house, repairing some things, that's how you get to live.
Yes.
My goodness, how in the world do you work this out? Anything that you would suggest is families are trying, I mean, $30,000, that's not a lot of money.
That actually is a little bit under what we make.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my husband makes a little bit more than that. But we did have a salary of $90,000 a year, and I quit working to stay home with my son. And I think that that's really the most significant thing that we've done, is give it up. I was making more money than my husband. We gave up over half of our salary for me to stay home with him.
Anything that you would suggest to families who, like, I mean, how do you make this happen? I mean, where do you find houses like this?
Well, that I don't really know. I mean, it was luck. Like I said, it belonged to the grandmother of a friend of mine. The reason that we're able to live the way we do, I think, is because of our lifestyle. We do not go out and buy everything that we want the first second we think of it. We shop around. We keep things for a long time. Our cars are old. You know, we live frugally.
Question.
Where does the money come from to keep up the property? The land and, you know,
well, we're renting the house. The homeowner is responsible for that.
How do people find this? I mean, suppose there's a couple who says, you know, I'd like to stay home and raise our children too, and we're not making enough money to live large like that, but is there some place they can look and find a house that's in care of something?
Actually, there was an article in the Washington Post about the time that I moved into this house that talked about a lot of places like this, estate-type homes on property where they're looking for somebody to be a handyman. So I would just, you know, look in the real estate ads and stuff. Things come up, word of mouth.
Yeah, well, that's at least an idea.
Because when I told somebody where I was living, they said, oh, I saw an article in the Post about that, you know, people doing that kind of thing.
Okay, so they would look in classifieds, maybe in rental places in the newspaper.
And just ask around. I mean, really with us, it was dumb luck. We were moving to Washington, D.C. We mentioned it to some friends of ours, and
that's how it happened.
And they said, oh, my grandmother has this house that she needs somebody to move into.
That's right. Listen to your own friends and families that might need a little help here and there. Yes, sir. Over here. Quickly. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm familiar with what you're saying in terms of the benefits, but what might be some of the downside to doing something like this?
It's a lot of work. You know, it is a lot of work. But my husband,
and so is Galen.
It's the real benefit, is staying at home with my child. But my husband works very hard. He does a lot of work around the place, and but he enjoys it. I mean, we wouldn't have done this if it was going to be just work.
Well, one thing that's true, you can save an awful lot of money if you're handy around the house, if you're good at making things on your own and repairing.
It's an incredible place to live.
I would say so. Now, you can call some of us in the audience if we've been talking stingy. You can call us tightwads. But what we're trying to do is save money today. And when we come back, we're going to meet another woman who has turned cheapness into a booming business. We'll continue our conversation about living large on a small budget when we come back.
We have a whole turkey in here. We have a ham in here. So even though we're only spending $180 a month to feed our family, we're still eating quite a bit of meat.
Show today is what we're doing. We're trying to save some money and talking about all kinds of ideas to do that, some cost-saving tips. And you had a question.
I was curious. I was wondering if, Shelley, do you consider that type of buying for gift giving? When you buy someone a gift, do you go to a thrift shop? Or would you go to a thrift shop?
I would, sure. I would. It usually takes, honestly, some more time if you're buying a gift to go to a thrift shop and try to scrounge around and buy it. I do a lot of homemade cards when I send to people. I own a card business, so that just makes sense. But as far as gift giving goes, I'm usually pretty careful with my spending, although I do give nice gifts. I mean, ask my mother, you know, and my family.
But jewelry is wonderful. I've seen some wonderful pins in thrift shops.
But you know what? It also bothers me more because when Frank gives me a gift, although I love the gift, I love the thought behind the gift, I know he paid too much for it. I just know he did. And especially at Christmas time, because we have certain budgets, and he'll have a certain amount that he's to spend on the baby or me or whatever, and he has to stay within that amount, and I will triple or quadruple the amount of gifts and the quality of the gifts that I'm able to give him because I do look, then he's able to share for the baby and I because he won't look.
Okay, question.
Well, it's actually a two-part question for Frank. First, would you ever buy a used car? Because I know you really don't like used things. They disgust you. Would you ever buy a used car knowing what they might have done in the car, though?
But you know what? He does benefit from it because I wanted to say this before. He might moan and groan, but look at this outfit
Stand
that
up,
he's
Frank.
wearing, okay? The blazer, the shirt, and the jeans, this whole outfit was under $50.
Wow. Now, where did you find that for under $50?
Well, going out of business sales, okay?
Oh, that's good.
This jacket, they were buy one jacket, get another free. So I bought 2 jackets for $60. And he wears them, he looks good. This is a Sarah Taylor, this is a designer dress. It's a $150 dress. I paid $30 for it, $80% off.
That's a great idea, Donna, to look for businesses going out of business, and you're bound to get some good sales. Question.
Yes, for Donna and Shelley. Yes. Aren't there times when you want to just buy something really, really nice? You know, I shop in thrift stores, I cut coupons, and I look for sales, but there are times when I want to really treat myself to something very nice. Are there times, do you have those times?
Yes, because I am not obsessed with this. Frugality is not my God. So I try to have a very balanced life, and there are times when I do go into a store and buy something retail. I'm not obsessed with it. I very rarely do, but I don't make this my life. It's not my obsession. It's not my purpose is to be frugal. That's not my purpose.
See, and it's a high for me. I get more of a high out of saving the money and getting that outfit that I want less than anybody else got that outfit. That's the high. That's the excitement. The outfit is great, but the high that comes with it's even better.
Question.
Okay, Frank, my question is to you. It's like everything Shelley had, you know, everything she came out with, it's like you criticize it or you put it down. But
thank you.
What you need to do is like be grateful for what you got, because there are people out there less fortunate than you that have to stoop to levels like that to survive.
That's right.
No, I understand that.
And wait a minute, you know something? I agree with what the man just said here. That's not necessarily stupid either. Now, there's some good things that come out of these thrift stores and these good bargain basements, and everybody needs to save some money these days, that's for sure. Question.
I think an important thing to realize is that through thrift shops, that you are recycling and reusing. If you can use that fabric for anything else, it's saving. It's saving the whole economy, the world. And that's something you should keep in mind when you go to a thrift shop, is that you are.
Well, think about a pair of jeans you buy at a thrift shop for $5. You cut them off, you have a nice pair of shorts. I mean, you can recycle things, right? Okay. All right. When we come back, we're going to meet a woman who has turned so-called cheapness into a booming business. We'll continue our conversation about living large on a small budget when we come back.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I just want to.
We're just going to set it out here. You just got to keep doing this until you've used up all this stuff.
Now it's going to harden, and when it hardens, we can.
Now listen to this one. Can you imagine getting a giant family pizza for only $1.25? How about a child's toy for 10 cents? How about an ounce of granola for a nickel? Well, that's what my next guest can do. Decision is her name, and the name of the game is budgeting. That's her game for this New England woman who is on a mission to save every penny she can. She saves money from toys to food, and she's here to share many of her secrets with us. She's going to tell us how she did all this. That's amazing. Please welcome the author of the Tightwad Gazette newsletter and book, Amy Decision. Amy, you're one of the few people I know who can say I'm a tightwad and I'm proud of it, right? How how in the world can you get a giant pizza for your family for $1.25?
Well, again, most people don't know that you can make a pizza that inexpensively. People think that if I get $1 off a coupon at a pizza parlor, I'm doing pretty good. But actually, we can make my husband can make 2 pizzas at home in about 20 minutes, total hands-on time. And a cheese pizza is about $1, and if I throw on something else, it's $1.25.
Right. So you just have all the ingredients at home and do it.
Yes, we bulk buy the yeast, and we also make our own tomato sauce rather, and we buy cheese in bulk at the wholesale club. So again, it's very quick to make. Most people don't realize how quickly you can actually make pizza.
But is it easy to make?
My husband does it, and he's great at it, and he makes pizza a couple of times a month. In fact, I really think his pizza is better than what you can buy.
Wow. Now, you have how many children?
Well, just 6.
Just 6 children. Oh, you have to know how to save money.
Right.
My goodness. Now, you were talking about toys for a dime, and what was this? A granola for a nickel. First of all, a child's toy for 10 cents?
Well, absolutely. I mean, there are great things at yard sales, and we've talked about yard sales earlier. Great things at yard sales. It's a matter of going to them, having a good eye, finding that thing here or there that your child will like, and you stockpile them for the holidays and for the birthdays. And so we do very well with that.
You also make some of the toys that the children play with. What is that about? Do you make?
Oh, I think we were talking about making gack.
Now, what is gack?
Gack is
for those of us without children. Please explain what gack is.
Anybody that has a 10-year-old will know what gack is. It's this stretchy stuff that's about the size of a softball that you buy in the store for $6. And it's actually very simple to make. It's made with just a little Elmer's glue and borax and some water. And it's just wonderful stuff. It's like silly putty, only stretchy, super stretchy. And we can make it for a couple of dollars, and that will entertain 6 kids for hours and hours and hours. They have the best time with it.
Wow. Now, I understand that you can clothe those 6 children for under $100 a month. Did I get that right?
$100 a year.
A year? A year?
A year.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes,
A year?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, you got quite a rise out of this audience over here.
What do you have, potato sacks on the kids?
No, actually, you can buy terrific stuff at yard sales. Again, it's a lot of the same thing. It's having the same good eye. We also stockpile things years in advance. And the thing to remember, we talked about clothes earlier. The thing to remember that about secondhand clothes is it's like something new that got washed about 5 times. And what happens with clothing that you purchase new is a lot of times after 5 washes it starts to get pilly, it starts to shrink. So new clothing can be quite unpredictable. In contrast, you buy something at a yard sale and it looks good, it's always going to look good. So there are great values at yard sales.
That's true. That's a good, excellent point. If it looks good at a yard sale, chances are it's always going to look good. You also have something pretty incredible with food. How much do you spend on food?
Our total cost per month for food only, I'm not talking toilet paper and dog food, but what it costs to feed our family, school lunches, gardening and canning supplies, is about $180 a month, and we've been tracking this very carefully for years.
And how do you do that? Do you shop special places, coupons?
It's really through a combination strategy. We actually don't use very many coupons, partially because we don't have double coupon stores, but it's through a combination of a lot of different strategies. I use what I call a price book, which is a way to keep track of prices between different kinds of stores and places to buy food. So again, it's really the combination of a lot of strategies, not the focusing on one strategy. I know everybody always talks about coupons, and that's the one thing they start with, but actually very, very, very often an alternative strategy will be much cheaper than using the coupon.
Amy Decision, your first name should have been Smart. Smart Decision. Because after all, it's not that you spend money, it's how you spend money. And we're going to have more tips and more conversation and more questions when we get back. Just telling us some wonderful ways to save money. She is the editor and writer of the Tightwad Gazette newsletter, which is, what is that about? You just give lots of good tips?
It's a monthly newsletter, and people from all over the country, we have 50,000 subscribers, send their ideas to me, and so we publish a an 8-page newsletter every month. It's a variety of kinds of information.
Oh, I see. So it's not only you giving out information, it's people sharing tips as well.
That's right. For example, there's a lot of things I don't know. And so if I say I want to know about inexpensive ways to move, I just did that recently and I had over 250 letters come in. So I'm going to do a really great article on cheap ways to move.
Oh boy, we could all use that. Question?
Yeah, my question was directed at Amy. She mentioned she spent like about $100 for her kids. I want to know like about how old they are, because being that you know the new trends, how do they feel about you by spending that amount of money a year?
Well, the oldest one is 10 years old, and I will tell you absolutely, I've never had one complaint about clothes for my children. They might complain about other things, but nothing about clothes. It is not an issue yet. You should be able to approximately duplicate the standard of clothing in your area by going to yard sales, because that's what's being sold. So it's a matter of having that good eye and looking for the good things. Now, I might not do as well where I live in Maine as Shelley might do in Atlanta, but you can approximately duplicate what your neighbors are doing.
Question.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, all the ladies at least, are looking to save money for their families or save money for something. I'm just wondering if there's a purpose with the saving. Are you saving to maybe go away on a family vacation or for a particular purpose?
The one thing that I can't figure out how to cut except for scholarships is college tuition.
That's what you're saving for college tuition for your child. That is a good thing, though. I mean, are some people saving just to splurge later? I mean, you can splurge on something if you've saved all year. That kind of
right. There's a larger purpose to all this, and we shouldn't get lost on this. Is that some people are going from 2 incomes down to 1 and say the quality of their lives has improved dramatically. Some people are saving for college. Some people are saving for a house. It's not just that we sort of have this thing about not wanting to spend. It's just that there's something bigger about this.
I read an article when my son was born. My son is 2. I read an article that said by the time he graduates high school, if he goes to a non-private college, it's going to be, you have to save $200 a month for his entire life until he's 18 in order to afford a non-private college.
And while you're expecting another child, you better save about $400 a month. We'll be right back after this. You just saw there. How much did you guys pay for those shoes each?
We paid $15 for these shoes. They're famous name shoes. They're $85 value.
And you say, how did you do that? You told me you avoided big sales. I mean,
just look for change of season sales and you'll find them.
So avoid President sales, Christmas sales, Thanksgiving sales, and go for change of season. And here we are on the brink of spring. So go out there and catch a bargain. Thanks so much. Hope you learned how to save some money today. Thank you, Jeff. And we'll see you next time on Rolonda.
Hey, are you enjoying this episode of Rolonda? If so, please hit the subscribe button and let me know. Leave your comments and also follow me in other forms of social media at Rolonda Watts. Remember, that's ROLONDA, Rolonda Watts on all forms of social media. And if you're interested in being a voice actor, why don't you sign up for my free webinars and find out all about it? Just go to Rolonda.com, ROLONDA.com, and push the button to sign up for my free webinar. So come on, let's get you prepared for maybe a brand new career in this brand new year. Check it out, Rolonda.com.